Hi guys, it's Lindsay. This is my video on ticking more or less. But before I get into that, I want to show you guys my shirt because it's my absolute favorite shirt, like t-shirt. It's really corny and it's actually from the little boys section at Sears, but it cracked me up a lot, and apparently I'm an extra large little boy, just in case you didn't know. And my mom got it for me. It was $5 because we saw it, and I fell in love with it. But it says "What's up, dog?" and it's about the best thing that's ever happened to me. Okay, maybe that much isn't true, but it's the greatest T-shirt in the world. I love it. So, like I said in my let me introduce you to Tourette's. Tics are affected by a lot of different things. They're exacerbated by different things, and some things tend to not make them worse for certain people. And Tourette's is a spectrum disorder, so it's different for everybody. So I'm gonna talk about my personal experience, like what makes me tick more and what things don't make me tick as much. And it can be completely different from your experience or someone you know. That's normal. So things that make me tick more: being tired. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Being really cold. Being stressed. That's a common one with just about everyone. Or not just being emotionally stressed, but my body being stressed. So after a really hard practice, if my muscles are really tight, or I'm in a lot of pain, or I'm nauseated, then I'll tend to start ticking a lot more. Things like with sensory processing disorder, people being too close to me, in my personal space, or I have issues with people I don't know touching me, or walking behind me. That makes me weirded out. Or certain sounds. For example, at my apartment there's a fluorescent light in the kitchen, but it hums, so I never use that light because it makes me tick like crazy. There are just certain sound frequencies that just I can't. They just can't do it. And certain textures that are weird. I'll make a video about that too. But certain things like that make me really uncomfortable make me tick more. Different emotional things, when I'm really anxious, or if I get really angry, I'll tick a lot. Or if I'm really restless, not so much tired, but just sort of I don't want to say hyper, but something along those lines. Maybe just unsatisfied and sort of moving from one thing to the next, and just that sort of thing. Or especially if I get really frustrated, and then I'll start taking a lot, and then I'll get more frustrated because I'm taking a lot, and it's just this vicious cycle, and oh, it is not good. Or if I get really extremely excited, I end up taking a lot, which I hate. It's only if I get extremely excited about things. And obviously if I forget to take my meds, or if I take them later than usual, I'll start to notice that I'm taking more. So if I take them at a different time period. As far as caffeine goes, I haven't noticed a direct correlation, but I drink caffeine pretty regularly. Like I'm an avid tea drinker, so when you drink it around the clock, it's kind of hard to tell the difference. As far as alcohol goes, um, I do tick more when I drink, but I don't know if that's the alcohol or if that's because if I'm drinking, I don't take like my night meds until later when I'm getting home because like with alcohol, they cause drowsiness to begin with, and alcohol intensifies the effect. So like if I took them and then like went out in the evening, I'd just be like, bam, far to sleep. So like it wouldn't be responsible to take them until after. You know what I mean? So again, I don't know if that's a direct correlation. It's just something I'm not sure about there. As far as things that make me take less or situations that I take less in, concentrated activities. That's pretty much something for most people. If I'm writing, you know, like if I pause in thought, often a tick will come out, you know, or like playing the flute, rugby. Same thing with those, you know, during the play or when I'm playing, I'm not gonna tick, but in between plays or like during measures of rest, that's when my ticks are gonna come out. And usually I'm gonna tick a lot during those like short moments just because it was all like trapped. You know what I mean? It couldn't get out. Also, if I'm trying to like reduce my anxiety, like de-stress activities, like I had one of my counselors ask why I didn't like hardly ever tick during counseling. I usually color. So that's something that I'm focused on doing, but it's also like reducing my anxiety. So that's also like helping me to tick less because I have less anxiety and I'm focusing. Or like I do a lot of search words because same sort of concept. Or like jigsaw puzzles, same thing again. If I'm well rested and like eating well, that does make a difference. But like being well rested isn't always my decision. I have issues with insomnia and sleep and all sorts of that kind of stuff. Other than that, you know, taking my meds, like making sure I take them on time. I'm consistent with taking them. It's just making sure in the summer especially, making sure I take them like at the right time in the evening because at school my schedule was sort of more routine. But other than that, that's all I can think of really right now, so I don't think I have anything else. But those are the sort of things that make me tick more and not as much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below or send me a message. I'm going to put my email below too if you want to connect with me. I'm always looking for people to talk to about Tourette's because I am the only one in my family with Tourette's and the only person in my hometown who I know who has Tourette's I have not seen since 2010, and that was before my diagnosis. So I would love to connect, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll try to get a video. I'll try to get a video up again sometime soon. Bye.